Well, thank you for being here. Just proud of our team for performing the way we did last week. Very emotional week with senior week and Thanksgiving, families in town, and to be able to perform the way we did, I thought was special. I guess it wasn't Thanksgiving the week before, but seems like they're running together. But also proud of our team just coming into practice Sunday, not a normal day for practice, then yesterday, and then today to get organized before we leave. But mature group that's ready for the next challenge, which obviously will be tougher as we go through the tournament coming up Thursday.
All right, and Coach also has a special announcement.
Is that available now?
Yep.
Well, Brooklyn was also named Region Freshman of the Year today, and so we had several players in the All-Region team. Brooklyn named Freshman Region Player of the Year, so super excited about that too. So another good reason why Brooklyn's here.
Brooklyn had no idea.
Yeah, cool.
All right, we will go to Q&A.
How special is that for you, Brooklyn?
Yeah, obviously I did not know that, but just a cool opportunity. I feel very grateful for this team and the coaches that we have. Everyone just does their own part on this team, and yeah, wouldn't be here without them.
Last week, Coach said you have to specialize now in one sport. You don't play a myriad of sports. What has that been like to eliminate things you are so used to doing for the last decade or so?
It's definitely been weird. I do miss those sports a lot, but volleyball is where my passion's at, and I knew going into college, that's what I wanted to do. So definitely just focusing on the one has made me a better player in the game, and so I think just being able to just focus on one thing, I guess, really has helped.
A Sweet 16 appearance, all the accolades, all the kills this season. Maybe 6 months ago, did you expect your freshman year to be so good?
Honestly, no. I had a lot of goals that I had in mind, but just actually completing those and getting that recognition has really been just so surreal. Obviously, I did not expect that, but I just came to play volleyball, and I guess that just came with it.
Is there a moment this season where everything kind of clicked for you on the court, where you realized, hey, not only can I hang at this level, but I can be this good as a freshman in college volleyball?
I think just during the SEC play, we knew going into that it was going to be more difficult than it has ever been before, and so just really taking that as a way to step up, I guess, for the team. The beginning of the season wasn't where I really wanted to be, and so I just kind of took it as it's now or never yeah.
A couple days ago, Craig was mentioning, some of the key moments that he felt, really kind of galvanized this season, and one thing he mentioned was the Georgia match, coming from 7-3 down in the fifth set. I was looking back at that the other day. I think you had 25 kills, and more than double of anyone else on the team. Just what do you remember about that match, and maybe the way that it helped both you and the team kind of assert yourselves in SEC play this season?
I obviously think that was a huge win for us. Knowing some of the players on that team and just how great they are as a team. I think just knowing that in the fifth set, it was so close and it was going to come down to every point. Not really looking at the score, but just kind of figuring out who's going to be able to put the ball down, and obviously trusting everyone on the court, and so just kind of doing my part in that as well.
Looking to Arkansas, third time now. You win somewhat back and forth match, and you win easily, so to speak. But now, what do you expect the third time around?
Obviously, they're an amazing team. They're going to be coming for us. It's honestly hard to beat a team 3 times in a row, but I think just playing our game and not really going drastically changes with our team, and just going out and having fun, I guess, is the biggest thing, because obviously it's you win, you keep advancing, you lose, you're done. So taking every game as it is, and just playing with all fight.
Just a lot of respect for Arkansas, their coaching staff, very accomplished coaching staff and team, and very competitive group, and very impressed with what they've done this season. So it's exciting too. Getting to the second weekend of the NCAA tournament is super exciting. I have no doubt our team will be fired up to play again. But irregardless of who you're playing the second weekend, it's great opportunity for us.
The word I heard described Arkansas's hitters was creative. What does that mean, and how does that make them difficult to defend?
They're just, their three main attackers get a lot of swings, and so they know they're probably going to have two blockers in front of them a lot of the time. So they're able to hit cross court, they're able to hit line, they're able to hit off speed, they're able to hit deep corners. So they're very high IQ players and understand what's available and how to score. So sometimes you're just going to have to say, you know what, that's a great shot, let's side out. And other times you got to create opportunities with your serve and your block and defense to transition and score, and Arkansas will be one of those teams for sure.
Kind of what, piggyback on what Brooklyn said, in any sport, it's hard to beat the team 3 times. They know you well, you know them well. Is there any changes or anything, I don't want to say, that you can do differently or in this game, or do you just go out there and play your game?
Yeah, I mean, they know us well, we know them well, but it's the first time we've played them in the NCAA tournament, so that's how we have to look at it. It's the first time we played Wofford in the NCAA tournament. It's the first time we played Baylor in the NCAA tournament. This is the first time we played Arkansas in the NCAA tournament. So sure, there's some fine tuning that they have done, I'm sure, since we played them, and there's been some adjustments that we've made. So there'll be some new wrinkles that maybe they have to defend on us, and I know we will on them. But in the NCAA tournament, everyone has equal pressure now. So it's survive and advance, or not. So.
Coach, I don't expect your team to, but it kind of is a little human nature maybe to look a little bit forward. How do you kind of stay focused on Arkansas and maybe not even think about facing the Cornhuskers again?
It's not real hard. I mean, Arkansas is a great team, and the NCAA tournament second weekend, we got to be ready to play, and so all our focus is on them.
Having already made a road trip to Lincoln this year, just how much did that help with the routine and cadence of kind of maybe knowing what to expect, transitioning off-court stuff to on-court things?
What do you think?
I think just like knowing the environment is really helpful. They have a huge fan base. We obviously know that going in, whether it's for Nebraska playing, and I'm sure they're going to be there for our game as well. So I think just knowing the environment like that is really helpful, and just kind of getting a feel for the court going into this tournament, because it's so stressful as is, and just already having a familiar environment will really help.
Is there anything you remember from the first time just playing in that arena that you think will help your teammates this second time around?
I think just the big crowd is the biggest thing. We've had some big crowds this year, and that one was unlike no other. So I think that's just going to be the biggest thing.
Greg, obviously you recruit some of the best players in the country to come here to the university. You got a young lady sitting next to you that obviously you thought very highly of. Has she exceeded your expectations, or is this what you thought you might be getting with her when she got here?
I mean, nothing surprised me with Brooklyn, and when Brooke through the recruiting process, I think people and environment was super important for her, because she wanted to thrive and be the best she could be, and she. Even yesterday in practice, she wants to do something a little bit better every single day. And so when you have that type of athletic ability on top of the drive and persistence and passion, great things are going to happen. And, so you never know with freshmen how they're going to respond to the pressures and the expectations. But Brooklyn has taken that in stride and worked super hard, and she's never satisfied. And so it's going to be fun to see her career unfold and develop, and I think this is just the beginning for her, as good as the freshman year she's had.
Coach, kind of to piggyback off that, does it make it a little bit easier speaking to high school players saying, hey, you'll be the next Brooklyn Deleye in about 12 months?
And recruiting is hard no matter what. You can have all the bells and whistles, and I think it never really comes down to the bells and whistles. It comes down to relationships and people, and the nice thing is when people meet Brooklyn and our other people in our program, they want to be associated with good character people and with good morals and ethics, and so that's the advantage I think that we have. And yes, we have a lot of cool bells and whistles, and Rupp Arena and a new arena coming, but we want people to want to be with us, as a group and a culture, and we're glad that we have Brooklyn as part of that.
Coach, what have you seen from your team in postseason play so far that you like and you want to continue on into Thursday?
Yeah, I think they're excited, and there's always, competitive nerves and things like that. But if you didn't have those, you wouldn't care probably. So, but their mindset, their demeanor, their work ethic, their preparation has been the same for the last month. And, you know, for Wofford, it was the same as it was for Florida. For Baylor, it was the same for Wofford. And when you have that type of consistent demeanor and preparation, you always give yourself a good chance. So, you know, if we do that the next couple days, we'll give ourselves a good chance on Thursday against Arkansas.
Wilkin, I got one last question for you. Obviously, Z and Reagan been around the block many years, many wins, many losses, have done everything here at the university. Kind of talk a little bit about what they've meant to you, some things that you've learned from them in your early success here in Lexington.
Yeah, obviously they're amazing people on the court, but just like even better people off. I mean, they've kind of like molded us freshmen young, I guess, and obviously they've been around a while, so they've just been great leaders on the court. I really value like what they say because you obviously can trust them because they're not going to say things that they're not going to do themselves. So I think that was the biggest thing because they're one of the hardest working people out there and they're definitely going to hold you accountable on the court. So I think just the way they carry themselves, they don't act like they're better than anyone, or they just think that everyone on this team has a purpose and everyone kind of has their own role in a way.
Are we good? Thank you for coming.
Now you can drink the Diet Coke.
Yeah.
No, that's all you.